So I go to cover my last 3 medium-sized palms and I discover they're too tall for the structures. They're about almost 10 feet and my structures are 8 feet. So I'm in a little bit of trouble and I'm gonna have to rework all of these so that I can cover them before the big cold hits this week. Hi everybody, it's Tim. It is freezing cold outside and raining, so I am inside where it's nice and warm in my garage where a lot of my tropicals are, and I will give a tour of that on some future time, but I wanted to talk to you about this PVC trachycarpus structure for winter. So as you saw outside, the plants are too tall, or the trees are too tall, and I need to add about a foot. These are currently about 8 feet tall, and I'm gonna do it to 10. So I'm gonna add 2 parts onto that, and I thought I'd just show you how all this works because these are pretty simple to put together and they work really well for trachycarpus. Now, I am going to experiment over the winter attaching foam board to the PVC structure. And I know there's a few people out there doing that right now, and that's what I want to do because that would be easy. But anyway, this is going to be a short video, just kind of showing how this thing works and how you can add on if you need to do it. So unlike my tall ones down by the pool, if you watched my previous video, these are entirely PVC. The ones by the pool, this part right here is metal, and I think there is an advantage to that in that it's really, really strong. But if you're gonna anchor it around the tree really well, I think you can get away with the PVC, and it's cheaper and easier to move. Now, this entire structure, you could really take it apart every year if you just have a few. And you'll notice I just have them screwed in, and I have one side open right now. Well, there's a bar there to just slide over the palm or pick up and put over the palm if it's easy enough. And then these right here, you slide into place and anchor around the palm. So it's pretty straightforward. There's the top. You've got these pieces right here, these 3 right there to make it work. And so it's a fairly easy construction to do. And like I said, you could store this very, very easily. I have room on my property to just kind of put them way off at the end by my shed. And then I don't have to redo it because I've got enough to do every year. Ideally, this bar here should all be one piece. But I'm not in the mood to do that, and I'm up against some really cold weather coming in, so I'm just gonna add down here on the end and make it work. So there is a PVC cutter that you can get at your home store, and it works really, really well. So that way you can do it much easier than trying to do it with a saw. You can do it with a saw, but this just makes it easier to pull off. So you basically just line it up. And you have to keep punching this down till it gets to the size you want. So line it up with the marking. And you basically just click, blocking it, sorry, through. And then you've got your first piece with this. So I got my 4 pieces, so I'm ready to go, and now I just have to put these fun things together. This is really easy. This is not hard at all. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just going to stick this in and make it really tight. And I could put a screw through this, absolutely. And I might. and then I can put a brace bar across to give it a little more support. But basically, I'm just gonna hook this into that. Fairly easy, not hard stuff, not rocket science, so I think you can do it. So now I've got all four lined up, and now I need to cut the pieces that are gonna brace it a little bit better right there. And I'm only doing two sides of that, obviously, because I don't have a four-way connector right now. So now I've taken this end, I put it here. Now I just need to attach it onto here. If that makes sense. This has all come together really easy. So I'm putting some screws in and I'm doing self-drilling screws. They're pretty easy to use. I say that and then I'm going to mess it up here, but they are pretty easy. And that's really all you have to do. I'm going to do another one right there, but get them all in and make them look good. So now you can see I've got my added part on. I did put screws in on, you can't see them, but they're on the other side here. And I think I'll probably put a couple of these brace bars going across from end to end but I'll see what it's like when I put it up against the tree. So here's one of the three trachycarpus that I have, and this one's ready to go. I put the frost cloth up around the top. Here's my structure with the 2 additional feet on it that I added. So I basically take it around, and then you want to make sure you have one side completely open so that you can slide it around your palm, and hopefully I'll have enough room now that I've added 2 feet. And you just got to get everything in place. And yeah, I just barely made it. It's right at 10 feet. So next year I'm probably gonna have to do a bigger structure, but at least I got by this year. And then you just have to swing everything into place and screw it down, and then make sure you really push these right up against the palm so that it holds it in place. So if there's a windstorm, you're not in trouble. And it's fairly easy to do. See, there it is in place. And then I've got to do my other one and get it going too. And of course I have to add 2 feet of frost cloth at the bottom because my cover was for 8 feet, not 10 feet. But that's easy to do, and I'm gonna have to do it on the other one. So I've got both of these in place now, and now I have to tackle my trachycarpus that I have the wood structure around. It also grew way too much, so I'm adding 2 feet of wood to that one, which you will see in just a second here. And that's a pretty easy process of just adding 2 feet and putting a bracer board on. Now this only has 2 sides. You anchor the rest in around it, and I put the foam board on this one because it's been a little bit of a tricky one because it's an unknown trachycarpus. So hopefully all of this helps you kind of understand the different methods you can use on your palm trees. And if you have questions, I love interacting with everybody. So please do, and please like and subscribe. Ask me questions. Send me stuff. I love seeing what everyone's doing. Thanks for watching. And as you will see, I have to add some foam board of 2 feet around this as well. There's always something when you're overwintering palm trees.